So I'm here to do a real video. I don't know what's back there. What I do want to do is go straight that way and show you real quick. This is a special place for me. You guys, I can't explain why I came up here except that it's been on my mind for days. I think it's been almost a week now. I can't think of any other, like, I have like 100 supreme places. I don't know, there's no number, I haven't counted, but a lot. And I just can't get this out of my head. I wasn't doing anything else until I came back here. And this is because like, a lot of times I try to go after the visuals because if I can't get something to happen that day, I want to show you the best structures there is. I got to have something, right? To compensate for my lack of personality. So this is where it happened. It looks a lot different than last year. There's so many of those stump trees. Whether I can get the same angle, we're going to film them today, guys. They are here. So what I want you to, the reason I'm trying to smooth this over is I want you to understand that you're seeing a very special place, the top of the world. I wish I knew the elevation here. I think it's 10.5. When I say top of the top, at least as far as this region, this is as far as a motor vehicle, a motorcycle. You cannot get here in a car. I think I was looking on the web. If you had like a jacked up Jeep, I think it's just wide enough for a Jeep. Right here, look at the tridents. So why is this? So I'm here to ask you guys, why, and I haven't even begun, why is this so different? Let me show you something amazing, okay? So here's their spot. They do it right here. No one, I parked right there. Just nobody. You guys, I went through mud puddles, giant mud puddles, like 3-4 feet deep. I didn't realize how deep they were. No problem, but it lets you know that you're the first one. In fact, I was gonna come here like a week ago, and I couldn't get through the puddles, so I waited, and they're still there. See the trail? Look at this trail. It's all from their spot, and it's all marked with X's and tridents. Now, can I get that same view? I don't know. There's the teepee. So where I filmed him was like over here. And now, you guys, look over here. There's so many trees blown over, but it's not wind, because if it is, they fixed it, because that one, that's new. That was not like that last year. No, there was only one, I think. I can't remember the video. I remember being here, but I don't know what I did in the video. Oh yeah, look at that spot. I think this was there, wasn't it? You guys tell me, you guys, and then, so just bear with this. This should get good. Look at the path. Wait till you see the view they have here. So the interesting part about here as well is the whole way up here is so bizarrely strange in the forest. Like you guys listen to these wood knocks. They're really good and they're close. You know how I can tell? Like, say I wasn't the guy there. I'm the editor for this guy, Colorado Bigfoot. I can tell because it shuts the guy up immediately, and not much does. Not your traditional places that I find. It's huge and big and spaced, like almost like this. What they're doing is making it more. They're putting. That's blatant. Thanks to whoever said that to me the other day. They're like, Mark, without you talking. Oh, the members video, because I put some music to it. I couldn't listen to myself. And someone said something. I don't know if he's just trying to make me feel better about and I appreciate, if you're lying, I appreciate it. It's a great lie. Not lying, but you're encouraging, even if you might feel differently. But he's like, Mark, without you talking, it's not the same. And I don't feel like that, but man, if there's one person out there that wants to hear me talk while I'm in here, I'm happy. Because that's all I can do. You guys, this wasn't here either. I know it wasn't there. That's the giant X. That's a giant X that can be seen from the sky. It's brand new. It's a sky one, and then look at the view. I'll show you the view in a minute. We are, I think, higher than that. And we're going to go into the woods here. So I was just like right here. I might have went up like there just a little bit, but we're going to go in. I want to see what's going on here. We're going to go slow. I think that big one's high right there. He can be right here where I'm here. Oh, great with the mosquitoes. You guys, I can't get bit. It's a crazy thing for me, getting bit. goes down to blood. Wow, look at that. I think that's it right there. Look at that. You guys, look how blatant it is. They do it so perfect, the big guys. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Look at this. This is right where I filmed him, right here. At least we think it is. I'm not promising anything. It sure looks like he's sitting right here near this teepee. They have special tricks that are simply amazing. They can make you think. So that's why I always get a kick out of people. Oh, Mark, that's just a skunk. Or Mark, that's just this. That's what they're making you think. Don't you get it? Do you think they're going to make it look like it's them? They're trying to fool a person like that. The simplicity blows my mind of these people. And meanwhile, this guy's walking around thinking he's special and knows everything. It's the funniest thing in this world. Yeah, that's one of you that's listening. Just one. If you're that person, try not to be. You have no idea how annoying you are to the world. Look at this. But there's no way there's one pine cone sitting. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And then look how they marked the teepee. This is good, you guys. This guy, I don't care what anyone says or what my brain tells me later. This is a big guy, and this is his spot. These isn't little ones up here. See? These are big ones. Really get you guys thinking that, okay? Because I have a feeling that that's a lot of what we investigate. I can't prove that yet, and I'm not 100% on it yet, but I believe that most of what people think is Bigfoot are really little beings pretending to be big. So you are scared. It's worked flawlessly. Why would I want to make it that? Why would I want to make it a situation that even you might not believe? Why? Why not feed into, if I'm full of shit, why not feed into what people are going to believe? This is why my job is so difficult. Because almost everything I say, it's got, there might be someone rolling their eyes. Even if everyone's on board, I still know there's one person that can't deal. That's what makes my life hard. It really is hard. All right. Look at the spot. New tree. I think I'm going to go back in. I want to go a mile somewhere or two. But I don't know if I should go a mile or two that way. This is like a big bowl here. So right there, it just goes straight down, see? Right there, straight down. So I'm not going to do that, but I want to stay up here and go up there, because I know down's no good. This is the spot. This is at the top. This is how they do it. Can you find spots on the way up? Absolutely. But you probably won't have as good of a time or video. I see it's new, but you got to see the feet walking through here. I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not. It goes right up there. All from right here. It's one of the things I can't figure out is anything to do with what they do. Where are they right now? Is he just standing right there in another dimension? So that's the hard part. I believe you guys, there's not, so I say everything's out of common sense, but I don't believe it's that far out. So I don't think there's things that can be explained to you that you wouldn't understand. Situations, I'm not talking about quantum mechanics. I'm talking about, beings and how they do it in situations. We can all understand it. It just needs to be shown or explained to us. Hold on. Oh, man. I pushed the button. I think I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. I actually said "hachoo." Thank you. Someone said "bless me." Thank you. Wow. Sorry for my dramatic words, but wow. So this is where they're chilling, guys. This is all it right here. You come out, it's all there. I think they just sit right here, stand, whatever you want to imagine. Okay. Walk around, play. Watch this. I don't know if a view like this has ever been filmed. like into a burnt forest like this. Like, I've never seen it. That's all been burnt down. Check this out. We have a view into what used to be way better than where I'm standing as far as visuals go. I'm seeing green at the down below. Wow, look at the green coming back. That's why they're not going to leave them. All the structures there. Man, can you really see? So how can they stay there? That's so cool. A glimpse into a place where really a person might never have been and may never be ever. Think about where that is. You'd have to walk from where I am to get there. There's no one's going to do it. It's impossible. It goes straight down, straight up, and never going to happen. No one will probably has never stood there before in the history of the world. I mean, there's another billion places like that, but there it is. I knew it. I just wanted confirmation, and that's it right there. Because that way I can continue to zoom at nothing. If I see an X, I'll zoom at nothing, because people might see something. There's people that are really, really, really good at it. You guys know there's people, and hello to you people, by the way. Yes, you people, because I love you people, are really good at their eyes. They have, whether they've trained themselves or it's just, just a conditioning of doing it so many times. I can see and read videos and pictures unlike most people. Look at this. They're right here. Look at the view. Oh, snow. Look at that. That'll show you how high up I am. Now you know I'm not. It's almost August. Well, I'm exaggerating. And there's your snow. It's kind of a cool thumbnail. Look at that spot. You guys, let's do, something I haven't done in a long time. Zooms. Let's do that. Blatant. Yeah, let's just chill. Let's just have a video where we're chilling. This does not work for me. You know what the work is? The preparation. It's doing everything to get here, and then actually the getting here itself. That's the work. Do you think this part of it's a job? You're nuts. This is like a gift from God to be able to sit right here, and from you, gift from you guys. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't technically a professional now at this. Remember, a professional just means you get paid. You can get $1, you're a pro. Oh, come on, don't do this to me. The mosquitoes. Let us see something, please. Now, this might be nothing to see. Like, the worlds I've seen, there's no orbs, you guys. Those are all those white things, don't ignore that. I mean, if you think you see an orb, fine, but the white things you're seeing right now, those are, I think it's like pollen. You figured you'd see like a bear. I mean, we're far, but if there was a bear moving, you should be able to see it. Like a moose, something cutting through. I guess there's no food in there. It's one of the things I tell people, and I'll say it over and over, is that, people are like, where's the Bigfoot? Well, where is anything? What makes you think you're going to see the most sophisticated thing out here? Show me anything. See, if I see green like that, I couldn't see why they wouldn't be there unless, the whole system's just abandoned. There's a whole system there. I love how the green grass is coming in. I think it's extra green because of the fire. You see where it was all burnt? That was all burnt up last year. I want to have a video like this. I like this too. Like if I see someone doing this, especially if they're not related to this subject, or something like this, I'm all over it because it's not mine. I like to look at stuff that's not mine. Get away. Sorry, it's shaking because of mosquitoes.
Notice how clean it is inside the X. You know, it's X marks the spot. These are clearly made to be seen from above. I film them every single day where they're made to be seen from above. Maybe the pirates were right. I mean, maybe this is the spot. You know, maybe they are down in unbelievable ways. Who knows what technology can produce, you know, beyond us.
Okay, give me a second, you guys. I gotta put off on. Let's do this again. First of all, look how beautiful, you guys. This, I swear, I cannot emphasize to you enough that I'm sitting in one of their seats. Okay, so this, I can't explain a lot of it, but I can explain this is what he's looking at. Literally, I mean, the camera, I feel like, is looking exactly at what these beings are seeing when they're here. And it's absolutely stunning. I'm not really doing timestamps. I mean, I am, but I'm also just kind of bringing this in to see places that, you know, it really can't be seen in any other way except from like a satellite, basically, or a helicopter. That's why I think it's worth posting this. Because those are all structures and it's all been burnt down. And maybe someone will see something. I have people that'll watch this at 25% or 10%, and they'll find things. It's a little hard. I mean, I'm kind of almost hoping for something moving. I don't. If you see a face, it's kind of, you know, like how can you see a face from here? Kind of hard to argue the pareidolia at that point. But if I get something big or something moving, that's a whole spot right there. Look at the grid-like lines everywhere. I don't see anything at all. Because to be honest with you guys, I can tell when they're there, and I don't see them even in magic anywhere. I mean, it doesn't mean they're not. I just can't see anything that looks like, you know, I don't see any black balls. I don't see any, like, blinds. Oh, look, that's probably why. What do you want to bet? They're right there. I'll bet you anything. Because whoever was right hanging out right there is now just right there. That's the trick. Common sense, yeah, but it's pretty good common sense. All right, over now. I could do that all day, just looking there, but the mosquitoes are landing on me. Let's go into the forest further. That's what I meant about, oh wow, look at that. So this is also their view. I'm in the same spot. Right? Being a being of the unseen world has its advantages from what I can tell, especially if you just get to sit here and chill and not go to 7-Eleven and work. Okay, so I don't know, maybe they might have jobs. I have no idea. You guys remember, it's much grander than we think. Okay, there's other realms and other things, and we're some kind of experiment. We just think we have it all. That's the deception. What's the greatest way to have an army of slaves, which is 7.5 billion of us? You create the illusion of freedom, when really you're anything but free. How they do it here. The top of the world, where they just don't get visitors. They don't go overboard with the structures, and I don't think there's a lot of little ones. So when you find the real sophisticated structures, it seems like there's a lot of little ones. Fake fire. Look at their fake fire.
I don't want to confuse you with the little talk, which is very easy for me to do. Is confuse people. Because I'm going to show you little in a minute, but it's a different little. There's ones that are much more sophisticated. It's almost like, you know, when I say little, like I use the terms like leprechaun or gnome or something. You know, it's almost like it's that type of thing where, you know, you get these giant spider webs, and it might not be as, there might be more of them, and they may not be as sophisticated. Just an idea. But so what I'm going to show you is these single setups of these little guys.
I think I saw that when I was here. You guys, there has never been a fire in there. Would knock. Do you ever notice that things happen at the end of what I say? sometimes. Look, and then look. They did it a while ago. So there's their fire. They do it all the time. You guys, I find it in almost every place. They have the fake fire and then they put a pile of wood next to it. But they can't do it right. It's so funny. Look, I'm telling you guys, it's not trick photography. There's never been a fire in there. Not in the last 50 years. Leaner right next to it. And then there's their view. Yeah, let's do one more shot. See, I'm seeing is that attached to each one of these burnt worlds is a beautiful green forest. And of course they're sitting in there. They're not going to go where they can be seen. There's nothing in these forests, you guys. I've been looking. They're barren. Like barely any, hardly a bird. I think that's the only thing I've heard in the burnt forest was a bird. And then I guess there's just nothing there, right? There's no flowers, there's no grass, there's no pollen, there's no trees. Check these guys out. None of this is here. This has all been done since I found it last year. I feel like it was like 2 years ago. I've done so much stuff. It's a crazy amount of things. I know you guys probably don't know it all, but it's because I can only make a certain amount of videos, really. There's a lot that happens to me. And sometimes, no one even knows. All right, this is impossible. Oh, yeah, okay. Phew. I really thought I was over to the left. I'm like, there's another one of these. It's the same one. You see the walking around this thing is ridiculous. How could those sticks get there at the top of the world? See this spot here? I can't figure it out. They're up. They're in like windows in the sky. I've seen them looking out of a window, a clear window. It was in big giant pine trees that were like 80 feet tall, and this window was just cut right out of it. It's not the first time. Circle, square, same thing. Then just sitting inside of it. They're like opening their dimension and then leaving it open. It's like opening a window at your house. And they're letting the air go back and forth. I mean, that's what it seems like. Wow, look at this. Oh, that's just a tree. Let's check this out. Because I want to go back in here. Like, I don't know why. Because there's nothing leading me. Like, usually I know exactly what to do. This, I just got to literally go back and explore. Do I go? So what I want to know, so I'm parked right there. I want to know, should I go that way or go that way? Because I'm going to really go. And I don't want to make a mistake. Like one way is the better way. Let's go that way. Up to the bike again. Look, I didn't even notice that one. I'm parked. That's where I'm parked. You tried it. You got your leaner, and there's a spot. All of this is all. Look at how wide it is. It's not a road. It's from walking. It looks like a road. That scared me. Did you hear that? And then that spot with the teepee is back there. That's where I got him, right there. Sorry, I didn't get the right angle because I couldn't figure out exactly where I was. He was like right there if I was... Because I think I was walking that way and then looked over. That's the shot that you'll see in the video if I put it in. I just want to show you. What a great spot, right? This is where you come up. It's this crazy bumpy road. You're just praying the whole time. So at this time I set my odometer. So I'll be okay. Like say that thing didn't start and I was just stuck here. It's early enough. I planned it where I'll be okay. I can at least get back to where I don't want to camp right here. I just can't mentally handle it by myself without like a tent and stuff. I'm not doing it. It's not happening. So it's 4 miles down this road. Exactly. Is a good enough place to camp from, like where if something happened now, I would just start going. And then I got in 4 miles, which is no big deal. It's all downhill. I could have a place to stay. Awfully a lot of sticks for a place that has no work from humans. I see a couple cuts, but I think it was fire jumpers. You know, if that fire was over there, they'll jump here and they'll cut down what they think will catch the fastest. And believe it or not, these guys save millions and millions of acres every day. They do preventative cuts as well, so they're out today, somewhere not far from here. I'm waiting for them one day just to come right down. I was out, remember that? I was out when they were lost. I met the supervisor. Someone's losing their mind, freaking out in my car. I was miles, all I hear is honk, honk. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? It's something to do with me. I did everything I could to get back. It took me so long, and there's this dude, this old guy, like like a fireman type of truck or whatever. It turns out he's the head of the fire jumpers, and he lost all. They're all lost. He couldn't find them. They can't get back. And I was like, oh man, that's so cool. I'd like to go help. And he's like, they'll be okay, but they can't. They're not fun. The truck isn't finding them is the problem. So here's what happens when you come up to the woods. Now, if I remember correctly, it was barely this. So that I know they did. This is such a good sign to see that right now. So I think I picked the right direction, you guys. And I want to see what they do up above in the beautiful green forest, which is very much like Bigfoot Universe. Give or take the same elevation, 60 miles from here. There's a seat. I knew it. Look at him sitting. They just know where no one's ever going to walk. Like even if a side-by-side gets up here this summer, I'll bet you it's 2 or 3 the whole summer. That's it. Look, I told you I'd never show you a seat. We gotta try it. Wow, this is the spot right here. Oh, wow. Okay, good. Because I wasn't happy with that video yet. Believe me, I don't leave unless I just have no choice, until I'm got something that I'm happy with. I don't just try to get any video. I gotta compensate for my lack of words. Look at that spot, you guys. This is little people, I think. So there is little people here. Let me show you. It's so blatant. Look at that decoration, you guys. Look at it. This spot, I would have filmed it. I don't remember seeing this. Look. Carlos, what a great timestamp. Carlos, thank you so much. Good friend.
The full version, the zoomed out version of this, I don't have in front of me. It's outstanding. You'll also see the one on the right.
Hope Mama is okay. Carlos, tell us in the comments. 92 is your mom? 94. I think she's 92. And she's okay. Carlos's mom is 92. That's so cool. See, this is the same thing, you guys. That thing's hollow. I film it in every one of their spots. You're not supposed to understand, but it's like a leprechaun. I can't go into it any more than that, because I don't get it. They cut me off right there. Believe me, we wouldn't even know they were here. The structure is what lets us know. They want you to know, but they can only tell you so much right now. I mean, there are spots back there. Look at that X. I know it's not exciting or anything. Man, you would think up here something would happen. Here's the catch. Don't think if you've been somewhere and it didn't happen that it doesn't happen there. I've always still do think that. When really, it's just the day. I don't know why, I can't explain it. You could come here in 2 weeks and then everything will happen that day. And then come back again like 2 days later and nothing will happen again. I cannot, for the life of me, explain that to you. How some days will blow your mind, and then other days, nothing at all will happen whatsoever. You'll even get dulled down a little bit, like, all right, I've done this, I'm leaving. I remember walking in here once, that time I was here, which is, I swear, you guys, like I said, it feels like it was 2 or 3 years ago. It was 1 year ago because I had the bike. It was so it was like 11 months ago, I think. I mean, 13 months ago, 12 to 13 months. Just talking on nerves is relevant. This is literally where they sit. But where are they going right now, you guys? I need your help. I can't figure everything out. You'd be surprised. Sometimes not being here, it's easier for you. just from looking, because you're not affected mentally like at that moment. You'd be surprised what I learned from the videos. Here's another spot with another decoration. You guys, it's not an accident. There's an incredible amount of mosquitoes up here, like in these spots. I can't help to think it has something to do with them. Look at all the decorated spots. I call them leprechauns. I seen him with his staff and everything. They're very, very proud, very, very confident, and they're always at a place like that. Would I lie to you? I might not go too far. See, this is what I think. This is what happened to me last time. I was around in here just for a while, checking it out, doing the same thing, and I realized that everything comes up. So no matter where you go, whether you can see it or not, it's all comes except that way, or the way I came, and then it goes down that way, like that. We are at the top, and to me, that's what makes this area special. They are on these slopes like I can't explain, but the top and where it's like where you'd want to be is exactly where that big Bigfoot is. That's my opinion. Not a dogman either. It's the Bigfoots. The dogmen are the ones up. They like a view too, but they're up on these incredibly strategic, war-like situations. Like, I feel like that's what they're in. See, another one. It's not an accident. A really good one, you guys. Look at that. They're everywhere. I can't even tell you how many. Oh, we got to go to that. So I'm going to go in here. We got to go. I was trying to make an excuse why I'm not going to go, but I just got to go. Okay, this could be the say-all of this place. It's too shady, too cool, and too beautiful in here not to go check it out. And let me show you why I decided. You know, it's an amazing thing. I see, I don't feel it, but I see it. My skills, like my knowledge, the feeling, the comfortability with them changes every year. It goes up and up no matter what I try to do. I'm feeling more comfortable and more knowledgeable just because I've spent more time around them. That's why we gotta go check it out. There's no way that's there for no reason. Every time I do this, mosquitoes land in my hair. It's the most uncomfortable feeling. Look at this, you guys. This is special up here. Why is it like this up here? Look, there's another one. Get out of my hair. Why is this special up here? But where no one's gonna ever see it. It's just like this, but where you go down where people are driving and passing, and you can walk, and there'll be a giant world. There's literally 10 to 50 times the wind here, and yet there's nothing falling down. But down where there is no wind is where all of the structures are, like the giant worlds, the things that you guys are going to find. People don't have access to high elevations like I do. They have lives and jobs, and have to live normal places. That's why I have tried to get support for this, because there's no other way to do this subject except live somewhere where there isn't jobs where they are, and be out here all the time. It's really paying off, you guys. I mean, like, as far as our knowledge goes, we just need more. Look at this. See, this is what they're doing when they don't think anyone's ever going to see it. Nothing zooming across to the burnt world, which tells me there's probably nothing in the burnt world. If I was zooming to them, they would have done something here. Come on, you guys. I guess I'm in the right place, I'm telling you. It just might be the wrong day. How do I know that? Because I've been at certain places 100 times. And so many of those times suck. Like, as far as whether they do a whistle or go woof or something like that. Those are just, I can't explain, because I think it's the state that they're in I think it's what's happening. I think they have other things to do. Like they don't just exist and sit there. Like they obviously have lives and meanings and existence purposes. You see, this is it. I don't think it is anything else. I think it's just this. You see, look right there. That's what tells me this is it. Right there. You go beyond that, I'm telling you, there's nothing in there. A couple rogue, randoms. It's bigger. I'm only showing you so much. It's like, so basically, a half a mile, between a quarter and a half a mile to the bike. About more like a half a mile that way. So I'm doing a half a mile in a circle from the bike. I decided because I know that's it. That's their. You can read their four corners that way. So if there's ones that are using the real technology, where they put everywhere. In other words, they put their quarantined area inside these four. They use four special devices on each corner, and inside that, they told me that it's whatever they want a human to think it is. It is. Like a human could even go and dig dirt in there and think he's digging dirt, but he's actually not. That's how advanced their tech is. All right, now. Remember at my 4 mile marker that I just started my odometer just so I would know how far my walk was. There's another landing like halfway up. It's further than halfway, but it's a good place to get back to if I was broken down here. And there's a very similar forest that's 4 miles from here. And it looks exactly the same. And they only do this and only do this, and then it'll be all mulch. But it's heavily used. Look how heavy. This is all clear. See it? Like there's not one thing there. And you'll just get your pile and your decoration. These little ones use it. These are all little. I'm telling you, it's not an opinion. You see, look at all their spots. They're literally everywhere. I'm in a village of little people. I got them really good in that forest that I was telling you about. If you see that, just zoom on it. They're right there. It's like the Smurfs. You guys, I'm not kidding. It's not like it, but it's sort of like in a way, yeah. I don't know if they run around and talk to each other like us, but yeah. That would be, to me, the coolest thing that ever happened. So I'm convinced that these are completely different, species of beings, right? But what if they really were just blue, and the guy's like, psst. Like he's like leaning right there. He's like a foot tall, and he's like smoking a cigarette. He's like, psst. He's like, yo, man, what are you doing? You guys, look at this place. I can't get over the mulch. Look at the mulch, you guys. It's all from them. This is a giant playground of others. How do I know that? Because I've seen it literally 1,000 times, without exaggeration. There's the Rex. Where are they? In the ground, attached to these pieces of wood, right here with me. That's where they are. Bigger ones seem to be in these windows, or just over there looking at you from behind a tree. Depends what state he's in, depends what's going on. Look at this forest. You guys, look at the X's lit up in the sky, in the sun. It's all been done like today. It's like today. Is this an active spot or what? Someone asked me about the pine cones. Yes. I think it was the same guy that got the great structures. I can't remember who asked me about them. Someone in Energy Overload. And they said that the same thing. They find the exact same thing, only 4 inches deep. He's like, what do they make it with? I was like, I don't know. It's the same exact thing. It's like a tool that they buy at Home Depot. Bigfoot Home Depot. Yeah. How great would that be one day? Like you go to Walmart, but they're so different. They need their own store. So there's Walmart, and the next door would be the Walmart of the unseen world. Like you could go in there and everything, but there's nothing that you can use. It's like things you don't need. It's like today on sale, aspen roots, pine bark for sale, like bagged pine bark. Look at this one, you guys. I'm not kidding. Look how fresh the mulch is all over. It's not ground squirrels. Our elevation is too high. It's all them. And their language tells you so. Oh yes, this is Bigfoot. I promise. Well, it's friends of his. This is how they do it. Man, it's amazing how similar it is to the world at the landing 4 miles below. It's the same thing. It's like the stumps with the spots. I know it's little. Because you guys remember, those spots are big for them. They're big. And they're standalone little families of leprechauns. I'm not sure. I've seen them, you guys. They look like leprechauns. And they can be invisible, and I wish they could grant you wishes. How cool would that be? If I got 3 wishes right now. For real, right? Like, what would you wish for? Right here, right now, you have to answer it right away. He's like, you got 10 seconds. Do it now. What would you do? World peace. Yeah, that would be one of them. Because, it's becoming so cliche to say that. But think about it. What if the world was at peace, you guys? I would fall down on my hands and knees and start to cry. The pain would just come out. Like, if we were all united, all as one, everybody loved each other, what an amazing place this would be. Clump, they have leaned. I know they leaned this tree on purpose, because it's like got this crazy clumping going on. Look at that. This is all it is these spots. So I want to do it quickly. I'm telling you, these others won't. It could be them whistling at me half the time. It might be. I don't know. I don't think so, though. Because of a lack of what I get when I'm looking at that stuff. Look at that. They did that. Look at that. Over now. Like way back here. In other words, my motorcycle's behind me. You can see they mark like the corner. But there's not much in here. Like in this forest, there's nothing in there. Like, I don't know. There's nothing. Then you go in there. And there's no structure. See how you see no leaners, nothing? It's all little people. You still there's 2 big giant leaners, but it's like in there. But there's nothing on the outside marking it. The little people don't mark the outside as often. I think they do, but it's because there's other ones that are bigger there. To me, that's a spot of all little people, little beings. I shouldn't say people, because they're not humans. There's nothing that way. There's nothing in that forest. All right, that X was not there last year from the sky. And you know what I figured out? I think I've told you guys yet, but because I'm not sure, but I'm almost positive. So remember, since I've been doing this, I've talked to you about the X's, and there's a third on the X. As you can see, there's the third. Okay, so it almost makes another X, but it's not. It's just to confirm they did it. So I believe I have figured this out. I believe I figured out what the third means. So the third, the best I can tell, because it could be reasons I couldn't figure out, is, you ready for this? Are you ready for this? It's just confirmation. So when you see an X, I think certain ones, I don't know how they can mistake it, but maybe when you're in an aircraft, especially, it gives you that confirmation. Okay, there's the X. Yep, there's the third. So when you see the third, you just know for sure it's not a mistake. That is what that third is. Make no mistake about it. I think it's more involved in that as well, because I see it, always. They always have a third on the X, typically, and I think it's mostly because I couldn't see what else the third would be except symbol, like some kind of symbol. Blatant. Look how that is so standing up on purpose on its branches. It almost looks like a moose walked through there at some point this year. I can't tell. It's a little murky in there. I can't tell if it's like it settled from last night or something. Moose love to go and he'll just stand right in the middle and they eat something that's on the bottom of the water. I'm not sure. Here's where I am. Let's call it a day here. I'm gonna go on to some other places, I think. I came prepared to be here all day because it's such a brutal journey. I had to get it out of my head. Can I go there and film something? Probably. I just don't. They didn't give me one noise, so it's time. I didn't get a noise today from these guys, and it's a little bit disappointing.
Right after it happened, I forgot all about that drumming, that little wood knock that was like 25 feet away from me. You guys make no mistake, that drumming at the beginning of the video was very close to me. And I forgot completely until I watched the clip at home.
Because this is as far as it goes. And I probably won't be back here for a long, long time. I got too much to do. Like, I got too many new places to go. I don't want to revisit, but some of these, like with that capture, you got to come back. And the uniqueness of this and where it is and how high up it is, and it's at the end, the end's right there. There's no going anywhere else. So that's why, and I don't know, I find it fascinating, and I feel like there's these big guys up here, and I don't know if I'm here at the wrong time. That's the hard part about this. Will they ever do anything? Or look, Mark, you came here at like 9 o'clock in the morning. It could be something like that. I don't know. It's like me coming over to your house. Like I've never was invited to just show up at your house at like 6 in the morning. You'd be like, I guess come in. Like, so I'm not sure if how the times matter, over and out. So a lot of today has been this. This up here is so quiet, but so marked. I can only picture, this is just like this is what it looked like when I first saw them. It's not that, but that's what the grass. I can speak. The ground looked like grass and weeds and stuff. But, like in other words, in the camera, real green. Like it almost looks like a lawn, right? It's just real green. It's a different type of weed, but it looks the same from a distance. Right, and I'm in this flat area. I saw one like it just coming down, just like it. I'm reminding you that when I first saw that white one and he went into that invisibility, I watched him go with my own eyes. And then, of course, I didn't know he missed the invisible part by like a foot. Because on the camera, you can see what happened. So I'm just reminding you because it was in a place that looks real green like that, and then it has like standalone structures. It doesn't have the madness. Now it does, but I just want to remind you that you don't need to have that giant structure to actually see them. I mean, so this spot's really marked. I just had to stop. I should have stopped there. Sorry if I'm yelling. It's because of the earpieces. Sorry about that. I got just headsets. You guys, I had to do it. I paid. These things don't buy these. They're skull candies or whatever, and I got them at Walmart, and they were like 20. It was the only ones they had because they have the new plug. Have the bigger plug. $29, and they're not that good. But at least I got music when I'm driving, because that really gets to you when you're, the silence, even when you're driving for miles up here. So I noticed something back here to my right. I just want to take a look. If not, I'll show you. Just look how pretty. Listen. I'm like, listen. How do you listen? Listen. It's not a joke, but I'm an idiot. Hey, listen. There really isn't anything. It's so weird up here. I guess the X's they put up, I didn't film it. It's too hard when you're riding to stop and just to film the X. Around that one world. I got a squared off world. I filmed some of it last year. It looks like that. Except it's real open and beautiful. I filmed a little bit at the beginning of today. You'll get an idea. You might have already seen it. And maybe not have seen this, and I'm listening to this to myself and deleting it right now. Or I just put it, I think if I put it in, it's because I think people like it because I like it so much. Is just that. It's where people haven't destroyed yet. That's why I love it. There's nobody. They can't be here. And if they could, they would. That's why I love here. They can't get here. Thank God. I find the people that eventually make it up here, like one person, they're always like the coolest people. I always notice that. Usually. That one guy, remember last year at the top of that other place? It was weird up there. I was doing some just random drive. And that short little bald dude or whatever. thought he was like cool with his being mean to his dog, wouldn't let me pet his dog or anything. What a psycho. Who doesn't let someone pet your dog because you're in training? What's the point of having a dog? Is it for you or is it for the dog? It's for you. These people are just so psychologically hypnotized. It's painful. So what made me stop? I really left everything behind. There was something down here. You know, it's so weird. You wouldn't think it either. This is where, you guys, there's so many bears right here. I don't think one would attack me, but knowing my luck, the one, you get off without your backpack. That's the only reason I keep a gun. Not for a mountain lion, nothing. Mountain lion would never, no mountain lions up here stand off against people. It just doesn't happen. When you guys read those stories, you gotta remember, that's like the same thing, in my opinion, as reading someone that won the lottery. Those are the odds involved of getting like approached by and attacked by a mountain lion. Because I don't know what I saw because I couldn't see it, but right here is a whole world. You're seeing it right in the ground. There's some giant structure back here. I'm willing to get eaten because this is a special place. I mean, I saw last year the biggest bear I've ever seen in my life. I think it was a grizzly bear. It's one of the grizzlies hiding in Colorado. They have a whole different demeanor about them. They're very, they know exactly what they're doing. Like, he was on this path and he was not deferring. Sorry. I don't mean to talk. Somehow from that path over there. All right, well, look at that trident. Oh man, okay, thank you. So here's a spot. I won't go in there. I'm amazed because it's so dry here. Like, there's other parts of the forest not far from here it's much more moisture. Look at this. Sorry, whenever I go up, I hit the button. You got to see how unique the trident is. The one that's leaning. You just got to see it. It's something you got to see. I can't get it, but it is. It's really good. And it's real dry here. Look how it's marked. I just got to take a peek down here. Even though I got to walk all the way back, so my bike's there. But you can't really, I don't think I can get there from down here. Look at that. I told you it was a spot. Told you. No. Look at that. Jean said she was like on her 175th book or something this year. Or so, if I'm wrong in the numbers, I think it was that. I think that's what she said. Yes, look at this. Why can't I be a part of this? Why? You say it, and then it's because it's not what you want. It might be. It's what you sitting here with them might not be the way. I don't know. I can only imagine what I would think it is. You probably have a different image. It's probably nothing like anything we're imagining, and there's a shock factor. You can fake it all the way until it's happening, and then you lose your mind. Like, you're actually said, like, you see them and they're there, and there's all these beings standing. Like, I'm telling you, I've never seen all of them like that, but I know what it would be like, because I've thought there's been moments where I thought it was going to happen or it was happening, and I got the feeling like it, just as if it was. It's almost like they were testing me. Okay, let's see what would happen. And they put the thought in my head, and then these emotions came across, and see, that's why we don't do it. Now, I'm not saying that's true, but that's what it felt like a bunch of times. Like they ran a test on me. And you're not going to handle it as well as you thought. That's a lot of pine cones, you guys. And it's really piling up, and they spread it out. So it's not, remember, I find the ones where they forget to spread it 6, 7, 8 feet tall. Remember that one? That's gone now. That's one of the forests that they that they cut down. Not only cut it down, they destroyed it. Again, there's your decoration stump. Leprechauns, they're up there somewhere, who knows. I can only bring you to these spots and show you where they are. which I start to, get sick, tired of a little bit. Like, not I don't, but like showing you, I don't want you to get bored with me. But you'd be surprised at the results of that, because the accidents happen, things happen, and then the most fun about it is that someone will go out this weekend, maybe lots of people, just because they saw. Well, they might have already been watching, and they might find the same thing. There actually was a fire in there a long, long time ago. So it's not fake fire, but yet another fireplace out in front of where they are. But you can tell someone just stopped on the road. You could literally pitch a tent in the middle of this road. Look, nobody's come through with me. Not this year. There's nothing. I was a little worried because, you wouldn't mind if like some guy in an ATV came up, because then you can see, you'd be all right. I was going through some big puddles. You guys, these things are going. Who's the XR people? There's got to be people. I know I have one guy with an XR that said it, but if you got an XR 650, you got to chime in. You're my peeps. I need to talk to you. These things are going up and up. That thing is worth more than I paid for it. Isn't that crazy? I mean, forget about the mods and stuff on it. But the new ones went up like $1,800, and the prices have never changed until 2022. Something's been going in and out of there a lot. Not once. A lot, back and forth. I can't believe so these guys are going back and forth all the time. It's them, believe me. Some of them are real little. I'm in front of one of my favorite spots. See, this is like so different than where I was at the top. So I just wanted to get, without going in, I wanted to get just a little bit of footage, like it's just a different environment, a different forest. What does that mean? Maybe nothing. Because what do we have to compare it to? Us. We all live in different environments, like extremely different. And we're the same person, basically. The environment does change us, though. Our environments. If you live in the city, you're probably going to be a certain type of person. Hold on a second. Let me turn off. I have music on. I hear it, like a car or something. Is it coming up here? Hold on. I got to turn this off because I want to use the camera going down. See, I'm trying to get it off in my. Hold on. Something's been going in and out of there a lot. Not once. A lot, back and forth. I can't believe so these guys are going back and forth all the time. It's them, believe me. Some of them are real little. I'm in front of one of my favorite spots. See, this is like so different than where I was at the top. So I just wanted to get, without going in, I wanted to get just a little bit of footage, like it's just a different environment, a different forest. What does that mean? Maybe nothing. Because what do we have to compare it to? Us. We all live in different environments, like extremely different. And we're the same person, basically. The environment does change us, though. Our environments. If you live in the city, you're probably going to be a certain type of person. He's regrading the main road. I passed him coming up. He was cool. Look in here if you can. Let's see if I can zoom with my tongue. That's my tongue. I just want to see if any of these guys are time stampable. There's their other spot. Did they do anything to it? Sorry, this isn't working as well as I thought. Hold on. My little people, that had all the, those teepees and really unusual, spider web type small structures. I I just glanced down. I was there at the beginning of the year. Doesn't look like they did a whole lot. They just put a spider web over their entrance. It's weird. I think it's so like they can, when they come out, it's a security measure. I'm willing to bet you that most of them don't want to do any of that stuff. A lot of them, they don't want it there. They're taught that this is, if you want to live and do this, this is how you have to do it. You never can be too careful. Even if you've done this for 20 years and nothing's happened, you can't get sloppy. Put your webbing out. Blah, 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 blah. Something like that. It's too patterned up here. I love this one. I have a whole bag up there somewhere. I lost like a camera bag up there. Way up there. All right, over now.